Hello and welcome, Lynx here. We are playing The Moon That Fell for the Star, the continuation, another episode. Let us see what's going on this next morning that came, despite our main girl wishing it wouldn't. I wake up with my brain fried, as it worked overtime thanks to last night. I still vividly remember Hokuto's face up close and the shape of her lips, the sensation of them brushing against mine. And all of that just happened out of the blue. The image is imprinted in my head even if I try to erase it. I facepalm myself and begin to wonder what I'm going to do with myself. It's going to be so awkward and weird once I step down there. What is she going to say? What am I going to say? Oh my god, I wish I could just take back last night. Can we just pretend it didn't happen? My attention gets averted when I finally notice the sweet smell coming from the kitchen downstairs. I'll have to face her anyway, so I might as well face her now, no matter how nerve-wracking it will be. It's inevitable. I can just stay up here forever. As much as I would like to. I wearily make my way down and find her drizzling honey on some homemade French toast. She herself is also dressed, unlike her usual half-naked get-up at home. What do you mean? She notices my footsteps and greets me with her usual self. Okay. Good morning. I tried making French toast. It's pretty simple since I had to make do with what we had, but it's something. Go brush your teeth and get ready. No. First you dig in, then you brush your teeth. I'm pretty proud of this, if I do say so myself. I freeze on the spot, taken aback by the normality of everything. I look at Hokuto and see her paying no attention to me as she focuses 100% on the plating of the French toast. I head to the washroom and get ready for the day as she instructed, but still wary and trying to gauge the situation. Oh, welcome to the bathroom. We have not been here in the game yet. Okay, so it's that kinda. Not gonna lie, to me it feels weird if you have toilet combined with the bathroom, but well, I guess it is a small apartment, so yeah. Anyway, there doesn't seem to be an awkward vibe from what I can gather. She's being her normal self as if nothing happened last night. Was it all just a dream? Did it actually not happen at all? Well, if she's acting like nothing happened, I'll gladly follow suit. That's what I wanted anyway, right? This makes things 10 times easier if she's also on the same page as me, wanting to pretend it never happened. Perfect. I quickly brush my teeth with a lighter heart and start making my way back outside to the tiny dining table. The sweet smell of the fresh homemade French toast homemade? You mean she made that bread toast herself as well? Damn. Throughout the apartment, making the whole place smell like a dessert cafe. Maybe that's my mistake when it comes to French toast. Because I definitely at some point bought the supposed French toast bread. Oh my god, it was so disgusting. And it smelled so bad as well. And I've never bought it again. Yeah. I sit down and she brings my plate over, along with a fork and a knife. You said it's nothing much either earlier, but it still looks pretty delicious. I carve a piece out of the caramelized toast and take a bite. Wait, what? What? You want to tell me that you use fork and knife for this? Okay. It's a little sweet for my breakfast preferences, but I can't bring myself to tell her that. It's pretty good. Yeah. She starts me eating and I start getting uncomfortable, so I struck up some smoke to make things less awkward. Aren't you going to eat? Oh, I already did. Hey, wait, what time did you wake up? Plot twist, she hadn't slept. About an hour ago. Brad, I know. She has not slept at all. I got woken up by a phone call. I was suddenly told to attend my meeting by my manager. That's new. I'll be leaving in about 10 minutes, so I'll be heading out first today. Is everything alright? I'm not sure. Something to do with my scandal. My company and I have been going back and forth the past few weeks about it. It's been tiring. Oh, I had no clue that was happening at all. Yeah, I mainly had the video calls when you were out, so... It is a confidential matter after all. I never realized. I thought she was just fooling around at home the entire time. There were probably a lot of things she hadn't told me or couldn't tell me. Yeah, I know what the meeting's about, but most likely talking about the next steps or something. There might be a chance I'll be home late, so don't worry about making dinner for me. It feels a little weird. I've gotten so used to her living here that I forgot she's not going to be here forever. The past month felt like so long, but it seems it's finally coming to an end. My appetite suddenly disappears thinking about it. Still, I continue cutting another piece of the toast and force myself to eat. This could very well be the last meal she'll ever cook for me. Might as well savor it. Hokuto's phone goes off and she tucks it into her pocket. Ah, my mother's here! Hokuto hastily gets up from her seat and makes her way to the door, but she trips on the dinner table leg, about to send herself to the floor. Ah! My reflexes act fast, and I catch her in time before she scratches that pretty face of hers. Whew. Are you okay? It isn't until her long hair falls against my arm that I realize our bodies are unknowingly melted together again, akin to last night. Hokuto looks up and makes eye contact with me for a quick moment before hurriedly separating herself from me. Oh, I'll be taking my leave. She puts on her baseball cap, big sunglasses and mask before stepping out the door, slamming the door before I can even reply to her. Have a safe trip. In a few moments, I hear the rev of the car drive off into the distance. Oh boy. Oh boy. Sounds rough. Sounds very rough indeed right now. That situation. I trudge back to the dinner table to finish my very sweet breakfast. The stillness of the apartment seems foreign all of a sudden, despite me having lived with it for the past 3 years. I pick up my fork and knife. Do you guys eat toasts like that? And only the sound of the cutlery scraping the plate and the periodically dripping faucet keeps me company. Was it always this quiet before Hokuto started living here? I've got to get used to this again. I try to clear my head and continue eating, but the plate of French toast stares at me as I stare back at it, thinking about nothing but Hokuto. The lack of distractions in the apartment brings back the memories of last night, and the awkward incident just now. With the way she pushed me away and ran out earlier, she definitely hates me after yesterday. That was so awkward. The thought of what went down last night then rushes back tenfold and causes me to cringe at myself for even allowing that to happen. I tried to kiss her. Did you? Nah. Why in the world did I try to do that? Oh, you didn't? That could have ruined everything, but I still took the risk to try. Why? Wait, but when did you try, suppose? What? Whatever. Was it because she didn't push me away? Because... Oh, yesterday, that's true. I was thinking about situation right now. Not the day before. Yeah. I mean, she did go for it. Because she didn't freak out and snap me out of it. I touched my upper lip where I made brief contact with Hokuto's lips and tried to recall them emotions. It was both nerve-wracking yet exhilarating at the same time. What would happen if I actually fully went in and kissed her? A surge of feelings come up and my face starts to warm up, confirming my suspicions. I take a deep breath to cool myself down from the jumbling thoughts. There is no question about it. I can't deny it, even if I wanted to. Over the course of the month, I've been seeing her every day, hanging out with her every day, greeting good morning, saying good night, coming home to her, dealing with her silly antics, hearing her sing, and everything in between. At first it was an annoyance, but the more time passed, the more I've unknowingly been charmed and... I think I developed forbidden feelings for Hokuto. The realization is a blissful feeling, but it's also intertwined with anxiety, remembering just who I'm in love with. Hokuto. In other words, Polaris, an idol. Who has a dating ban and should not be dating. My heart's like a roller coaster dropping down after reaching the peak of the hill. Even if we were to date secretly, I don't think it would end well. Nothing good ever comes out of hiding a relationship. And I mean, I wouldn't go that far. Heck, I don't even know if she's into me like that. She didn't push me away, but she could have been too shocked to do anything. A guy trying to kiss her would have seemed at least somewhat more expected, but a girl trying to kiss her, she was probably shocked to the core. Nah, I wouldn't say that. She could very well be pretending that everything is fine today because she wants to forget it all. Shit! I want to forget it all too! No, you don't. I ruffle my hair in frustration and try thinking straight. I should just not say anything and pretend it didn't happen, just as she's seemingly trying to do. It should be fine to continue ignoring it. I'm sure it's just a little crush because I've been living with her for the past month and some. The feelings will go away sooner or later if I do. Oh, no, they won't. Right? Nope. I rush to finish the French toast to get the thoughts out of my mind and toss the plate into the sink to start getting ready for work. Later that night, the sun has long disappeared, making way for the moon as I slowly make my way back home. The plastic bags filled with groceries slow my trip down some more, creating a numbing feeling in my hands as they dig into my fingers. Yeah, why are the bags so uncomfortable? If you think about it. Dude, whoever creates plastic bags, do your, crazy job. And make something that will not be digging into your skin, basically. You will freaking destroy the market, and basically by that you will win the market. Come on. I double checked to see if I had packed the tuna onigiri and cola zero into one of the bags. Thought I'd buy it for Hokuto for old time's sake. She said she'll be out for dinner, but maybe she can have a midnight snack if she'd like to. My step picks up as I imagine the goofy, excited smile she'd show after seeing her favorite snack. The question is, will she be there? Yes, oof, lucky. When I close the door to the apartment, I spot Hokuto's shoes, signaling that she's home already and I'm eager to give her her little surprise tuna onigiri. Tadaima! As I near the dining table to drop down the heavy groceries, I see Hokuto packing stuff into a big bag. What you doing? Hey, Minami-chan! Seems like she did not see me coming in. The bag is filled with the essentials I bought her, such as the sets of underwear and the rest of her own clothes. Hokuto looks at me with a pain de menor, even though she should be happy with the news she's about to tell me.
My scandal is cleared and contained. I can go back now.
I blink a few times to wrap my head around the news. I'm happy for her, but at the same time I'm somehow feeling a pang of sadness on the inside.
Wow, congrats. Why didn't you tell me sooner? That's great news.
I tried sending copy and I genuinely am, but I don't know if it was delivered properly. She stays quiet and looks to the floor, avoiding eye contact.
I just found out today during the meeting. Well then, I mean, it's all good now, yeah. It's good that the scandal cleared up relatively fast. I'm sure you don't want to be hiding for months on end. I guess.
She goes back to packing her little things into the bag, probably given to her by her management.
When are you leaving?
There is a hesitant pause before she replies in low volume.
Tomorrow morning at 9. Oh.
That's so sad. She entrusted my life in a flash. I mean, her life to me, kind of, yeah. She entered my life in a flash and will vanish just as quickly. Her gaze remains on mine as if she had something she wanted to say, but she resumes packing. The room goes quiet and stale, so I try to liven it up a little somehow, albeit not doing a good job at it. She's leaving my apartment, it's not like she's dying. I'm sure I can see her some other time, maybe. Hopefully. There is no need to be sad. I should send her off with a smile.
Well, I guess I won't need to deal with a freeloader anymore. And you don't have to hide anymore. You can go back to the world you belong in. Honestly, you're probably lacking so many nutrients by staying indoors this entire time.
Hokuto doesn't laugh. I was thinking of giving it some time before addressing the briefcase, but it seems like I don't have the time to spare. I want to ask her, but would it even matter anymore? She'll be gone. And she might leave on a sour note. What's the point? My brain knows that, but my mouth decides to run while thinking straight.
There is something I want to ask you for.
She opens her eyes wide.
What is it? Shit! My mouth goes dry and I freeze up, cold feet creeping in.
The silence feels overwhelming, causing each second to feel like one eons.
Minami, say something. Do you need a ride tomorrow?
You dimwit! You don't even have a car! Her expression falls flat with a slight tinge of disappointment to it.
Nah, my manager's going to pick me up.
The heavy atmosphere drapes over us as we look at each other again.
Then, I'll send you off tomorrow morning.
Once again, she holds eye contact longer than expected before finally looking away and placing her large bag near the sofa bed, making it easily accessible for tomorrow morning.
I'm going to get ready for bed early tonight.
She walks towards the bathroom door and I dejectedly go put the groceries away after hearing the news. Before she leaves me alone and heads in the bathroom, she stops in her tracks.
We're apparently holding a small performance at Lilymal next week Friday afternoon. It'd be nice if you can come by.
A performance next Friday.
I'll see if I can.
The bathroom door closes as I open the fridge to place the forgotten groceries. After putting away a couple of things, I come across the tuna nigiri and cola zero that got buried in the midst of everything. Maybe it can be her breakfast tomorrow morning before she leaves. I place it on the most visible fridge shelf and continue putting away everything else. The sound of Hokuto turning on the bathroom faucet is heard, and it reminds me of how quiet it will be without her. I have to stop being so sentimental about her. It's not like me. She's just a stranger at the house for the month. But I faced this stranger every day for the past month. And I might have fallen in love with that stranger because of that. I smack my head in frustration. How can I not be sentimental about her? And I can't even tell her about it. I let out a forlorn sigh, knowing I can't do anything. It's fine. It will be over once she leaves. And it will all go back to the way it was. God damn it. You know you don't want it to go back to the way it was. The next morning, Hokuto places her bag next to the entrance, all dressed and ready to leave right when her manager arrives. I ended up gifting her my set of clothes and that I've been lending her. USA, Major! As a souvenir or something. She double checks the bathroom to see if she's left anything else after I finish brushing my teeth. Then she leans against the wall across from the burner stove and looks around the place, presumably take it all before she leaves forever. I myself lean my shoulder on the wall with my hands in my pockets, sheepishly standing next to her.
So, this is a goodbye, huh?
She tilts her head towards me and looks at me with her big, magenta eyes.
I mean, it doesn't have to be. We have each other's numbers. I'm only one call or text away.
Still not the same.
You'll probably be too busy with your work and all now. I can find a way to make time. Puh. You're going to have to fit me into your 5-minute bathroom break. You know I don't work 24/7, right?
I shrug nonchalantly and give her a who knows look. Hokuto sighs briefly and stands up straight, keeping her eyes on me.
What I'm trying to say is that I'll miss you and I want to keep in touch, you dense brick.
Gah! Her sudden bluntness brings a chuckle out of me.
I'm honored.
Even times like this, I still have the tendency to sound slightly sarcastic. Perhaps it's to ease the nerves.
I'm serious.
Just then I got startled by a sudden surprise hug. I freeze for a little bit, but relax fairly quickly and hug her back. Her chin rests on my shoulder and can feel her shallow breath tickling my ear.
And I'm serious too. Don't worry about me. We live in a completely different world, so you'll probably forget about me soon. Why would you say that?
It sounds especially pessimistic when I actually say it out loud.
Then, if I'm going to forget you soon, do you have any last words you want to tell me?
Hokuto's words travel directly into my ear canal, sending a shiver down my spine. All I can do is stand there like an idiot, wanting to let it all out, and tell her. Tell her I want to keep in touch with her. Come on. Tell her I'm going to miss her little antics and how anything she was. Didn't do it. Tell her how I'm going to miss her humming throughout the apartment. Tell her to stay. Oh. Tell her I've fallen in love with her. Huh? But what use would it have if I do tell her? Come on, do it, girl. Don't do the worst thing possible and not tell. That's literally the worst thing you can do, girl. If you have feelings for someone, tell that person. God damn it! It will be worse later if you won't tell. She's an idol. Even if we were to date in secret, that's going to undoubtedly end up in disaster one way or another. I'm sure she herself knows that. And what am I to her? There is a high chance she doesn't even see me in that way. But there is also a chance she does. I tightened my grip on the hug and swallowed all the words I want to say. Oh, come on!
I'll miss you.
Her palms ball into fists against my shirt and I can feel them shaking slightly. She pulls us apart and grabs my arm, looking straight at me with solemn, dumb eyes.
Minami-chan,
God damn it! The heavy moment between us gets cut short when her phone rings, signaling her manager has arrived. That asshole!
I'll come out right now.
Hokuto's grip on my arm loosens and she takes a deep breath while looking at me one last time.
I have to go. Take care.
Her arms let go of me and hang at her sides, walking away to the front door. She slips into her shoes, whilst grabbing her bag, and I quietly stand behind her to send her off. However, she suddenly freezes in her steps once she cracks open the door. She continues staying still, holding the door ajar. Could be that she forgot something? No, she forgot to do something, not take something. Anyway. Just then, out of the blue and in a flash of her eyes, she turns around and bolts towards me, finishing what I was afraid to do a couple of nights ago. Let's fucking go, Hokuto. The kiss lasts only a second before she dashes out the door, and I don't even have the time to react. I stand there speechless, touching the area she kissed. She hit just half my lips due to haze, but I can still feel it lingering, like it has a sort of burning sensation. All sorts of emotions swirl inside of me, make me unsure what to feel. Joy, regret, emptiness. I'm confused and overwhelmed, so much I lose my footing and lean against the nearest wall for strength. If I told her all that I want to say, would she have stayed? I rack my brain, thinking why she didn't tell me her feelings before leaving. I mean, maybe because... Same reason as you. She wasn't sure. But I know that answer already. She's an idol that's not allowed to date. Dating in secret would be a tremendous risk for her. There was no point in telling me because what would have come of it? Nothing. I look at the door she ran through and it fully hits me that she's not coming back. The end result wouldn't have been any different. There was nothing I could do. To collect and calm myself, I opened the fridge to grab some water to clear my chaotic thoughts. And when I opened the fridge for the tuna onigiri sitting next to the bottle of Cola Zero mockingly greets me, as I completely forgot to give it to her before she left. Freak. I closed the fridge door and ran my fingers through my hair, still struggling to calm down. Why did she have to kiss me? Why did she open Pandora's box? If she hadn't, I could have gone about my day normally. Yeah, keep telling that to yourself. You could not. It would not happen. If she hadn't, I could just suppress the feelings. So what am I going to do with them now? What can I do with them now that you're not even within my grasp anymore? I sigh, disappointed sigh instead of into the ceiling as my brain shuts down.
I wish you hadn't kissed me.
Nah. You know that's not true. What you wish for is that you actually spoke up instead there. The next Friday. I quickly slam the locker door shut and rush out of the convenience store without saying bye to my coworker. I grip my teeth and make a dash for the station, hoping to get to the mall slightly less late than I would be if I walked leisurely. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to leave early, so I hope I won't miss too much of a performance. Hokuto personally invited me too, and I can't even make it on time. I'd feel bad if I missed the whole thing. I should have asked how long it would go for. Why didn't I call in sick? Damn it! The train promptly arrives as I reach the station and I managed to catch it, hoping I'd be able to see at least a bit of the show. Please let me make it in time. Ooh. Good music. Good music! Just as I had predicted, I'm late to the concert, arriving about 40 minutes after the start of the show. Well, then you're fine, right? Right? I practically ran towards a huge crowd of people and tried to get a good spot, but since I'm so late, the only space is at the very back, where many heads block my view. Loud music blasts across the stage as the 5-member group dances and sings. They're wearing stylish all-white outfits that manage to show some skin tastefully, consisting of skirts, short shorts, boots and heels. The white makes their colorful hair stand out even more, emphasizing how they're the main character of the show. Many of the people in the front row are cheering their names loudly in unison, a chant of some sort, showing their full support and love for the group. I do my best to TP2 and try to get a glimpse of Hokuto. She's happily smiling, dancing, and singing alongside her members, something I've never seen live. Being able to see it with my own eyes on site is dazzling. It's nice to see her have so much fun, just like at our karaoke outing. It is great to see that there are so many people supporting her and her group. It puts me at ease knowing that she's not alone anymore. All 5 of them move in perfect sync, not missing a single beat in their dance routine. The group altogether is impressive, but my eyes keep locking onto Hokuto, still unused to her own stage persona. She moves effortlessly all the while showcasing her charm and charismatic features, making everyone cheer loudly. Her vocals are stable despite moving around constantly, steadily singing her parts like it's no sweat. She's absolutely captivating and my attention is enraptured by her. However, the more I watch, seeing her in this sort of environment makes her seem like a completely different person. And not in a way where it's because she looks different than how she was at home. But she seems more foreign and further away from me than I thought. It's almost as if I'm watching a stranger. It feels a little scary. It really drives home the fact that we came from two separate worlds. And that I don't really belong in her world. The music ends as they strike their final pose and the crowd goes wild for the girls. All 5 of them link hands and bow 90 degrees. Nice. Thanking the fans for coming and watching. They take their time to wave at the mass of people all around for the farewells and slowly make their way backstage. At least I arrived before the show ended, even if I barely made it. They continue playing their songs in the background as they leave the stage, and the audience all slowly disperse, bumping into my dumbfounded self. I stand still looking at the stage, where the various TV screens showcase the girls' group shots and their logo. Hokuto stands in the middle of the others, with all of them looking coolly at the viewer, causing with charisma. Causing? Ozing. My mind still remembers the performance vividly, and remembers just how bright Hokuto shone on that stage, even if it was a small one. She's a natural-born idol, alright. I chuckle quietly myself, realizing that I really fell in love with an idol. At first she felt close, but now she seems beyond reach. Maybe it wasn't ever meant to be in the first place. We crossed paths by sheer chance. Rather, I shouldn't have fallen in love with her in the first place, especially after knowing she's an idol. Seeing her perform live as Polaris makes me realize that these feelings have to die eventually. So today might as well be the final wake-up call. And maybe that's fine. I'll go back to my regular, everyday schedule, and she hers. It will be as if nothing happened. Easy. Right? I'll continue supporting her from the shadows, just like today. I'm sure she'll be content with that. Besides, she already has so many supporters out there. She'll be fine without me. I sigh and shove my hands in my pockets, taking one last look at the photo on the TV screen. Hokuto's image stares right back at me. Or rather, the idol, Polaris. Who knew I'd fall in love with an idol? I was never one to be interested in the first place. Ooh. I always thought they were too over the top, too pondering. But here I am, harboring feelings for one myself. How ironic. I turn around and follow the rest of the crowd, stepping away from the stage and continuing with their day. With that bittersweet feeling settling in, I start making my way toward the exit of the mall and head home quietly with an empty head, trying my best to come to terms with the conclusion I've decided on. Damn it.
Two weeks later.
After the realization hit last Friday, it's been easier trying to get over Hokuto. What? Especially since it's already been almost a month since she left. I've also gotten busy as I decided to pick up a guitar back up again. Ooh. During the times I'm not working at the convenience store, I'm working hard to master the electric guitar at a local guitar shop that offers lessons. Oh. It helps keep my mind busy and stops me from thinking about Hokuto. Unfortunately not 100%, as I still vividly remember her playing my electric guitar when she was here. But we haven't really been texting much as both her and I have busy schedules. With learning guitar, Going out with friends, working, etc., and her with her activities. The business helps me move on faster, but sadly, feelings don't die fast. Minor things still remind me of her, especially throughout the apartment. With the lack of contact between us two, I can definitely feel us slowly drifting apart. It makes me sad, but it is what it is, and probably for the better. One step at a time, Minami. You will soon forget about her too. Or will you? A message pops up and I think that it's from my friend group, but my heart stops momentarily after unexpectedly seeing Hokuto's name instead. The world doesn't want me to forget about her, apparently. My finger hovers over the notification and I feel apprehensive talking to her again. After all, it's been a while since we last contacted each other. However, my heart takes control and makes my finger tap on the notification, pulling up the screen of the conversation between her and I.
Are you awake? Yeah, what's up? What is...
She has like a... I guess photo from a plane. She has like a... Ah, it's a guitar. For a second I thought it was a spaceship. When you think about it, like the spaceships we kind of imagine, right? For video games and so on, movies, they kind of look like a guitar sometimes. Anyway.
Wanna meet at the park? I want to catch up. Hey, it's late. It's 11 p.m. There is never any time during the day, and I probably shouldn't be walking around at that time anyway. We can perhaps just call each other then. But I want to see you.
Just those few words just those few words get me riled up and my heart beating. Stop that heart!
Fine. What's your ETA? I'm there already. What the freak? Okay, I'll try to get there ASAP. I can't believe you're there alone this time, you idiot.
Immediately after sending the last message, I jump to my feet as quickly as possible and get changed, practically running out to the house to make sure Hokuto is in danger at the park alone. No worries. It's not like you're living in France or England or anything like that. I'm out of breath by the time I reach the park area, looking around in the dark for the idiot. I spot her sitting on a swing, wearing the exact same disguise I gave her. Her back is facing me, but I can recognize those clothes anywhere. They're mine after all. I approach her, but she doesn't notice me until I stop right in front of her view.
Huh? Minami-chan! Do you know how dangerous it is to be a...
Hokuto leaps off the swing and attacks me with a tight hug, catching me off guard and by surprise. Yeah, I almost don't know how to react since I haven't experienced her hug in such a long time. Before I can make a move, she pulls away and holds out to my hands. She's just as touchy as ever, huh?
Minami-chan, I miss you so much!
The nearby lamps highlight her face subtly, showing me her sad expression. The feeling of joy arises in me, and I try not to let it show too much, so I direct the energy elsewhere. I ruffle her hair and nonchalantly reply,
Haha, it's only been a month, buddy.
Why did you say buddy? Ah! She protests at me messing up her hair and grabs my hand to stop me.
Hey! Is that how you treat someone after not seeing them for a month? Huh? Maybe.
I laugh and take a seat in one of the swings and she follows, resuming her previous position.
See? Have you been? You stopped texting me.
Yeah, she just had to go straight to the point, huh?
I've been busy. Busy with what? I finally picked up learning the guitar. Again. Oh, that's great. Yeah. So I've just been focusing on that. But you've also been booked and busy, right? You stopped texting me as well.
Hokuto makes a guilty expression under the dim light.
I wanted to, but it's hard to find time to take a seat and start a conversation. Things have been ramping up again, so the most I could do was send memes. I know. It was only natural that the text stopped.
There is no reply as she continues staring down at the floor. I mean, we are outside for ground. Still feeling guilty for having no time for me. I tried to change the subject to liven up the mood.
What are you doing here so late? Running away again? I just wanted to see you and catch up. You missed me so bad that you had to come out at night alone just to see me? Yeah.
It was a very quiet reply, but with just that one word, it causes my heart to skip a beat again. I take a deep breath and control my feelings.
It's because you weren't there during that mall concert. I was there, just hidden all the way at the back. I only managed to arrive at the very end of it and couldn't get a good spot because I was too late. So I was there. You can't get mad at me for not being there. Oh, is that so? I was really hoping to spot you in the crowd somewhere, but I couldn't and I was a little disappointed. But knowing that you were there lets me rest. Easy. Sorry. I didn't want to make it on time, but my shift ended at 5 and getting there took another 40 minutes. No, it's fine, really. You still managed to come and see the last bit of it despite all that. It means a lot to me.
She swings slightly back and forth with her feet, while her gaze still on the sandy playground surface. Neither of us say anything, leaving the squeaks of the swings the only sound echoing into the night. I don't know what else to talk about to continue the conversation, but it doesn't seem like Hokuto knows either. I'm unsure if the silence is a comfortable one, and for some reason I feel compelled to get rid of it. I dig around my brain to figure out what to ask Hokuto, and the only thing I'm desperately wanting to ask her about is the keys she gave me before she left.
Do it. What did she mean by that? Ask her. Was it just her being touchy or was it something more? Ask her. And this is the best place to ask. Yes.
But if I don't do it now, I might never get a chance.
Yes.
I could just leave it be, but I really want to know.
Ask.
And so my mouth runs off out of blue again. Yes, fully committing this time.
Good. By the way, what did you mean by that kiss that day?
Hokuto freezes immediately and stops her swinging. I face her and see her hands gripping the swings chains nervously. After a long pause, she finally responds, but with a question instead of the answer I was expecting.
Well, what did your kiss mean? Why did you try to kiss me that night?
Nice. I get thrown off by the sudden question that shifts the focus onto me, leaving me at a loss for words, unprepared to be the one doing any answering. I try to recall my thoughts that night, but everything was such a blur at that moment that it's hard to put into words.
Frankly, I don't know what came over me. It was initially an accident when I crashed into you, but being so close to your lips triggered something in me. I didn't know what it was at first, but after sorting it out, I realized.
I gulped nervously before spilling the beans, afraid of everything that might come after. But I pluck up the courage and share my thoughts. Go for it.
That I like you. Romantically. And me trying to kiss you was my feelings taking complete control over my body. I pulled away the very last second because I realized I probably shouldn't have done that, what I did. Yeah. I thought I'd scared you when you pretended like nothing happened the next day, so I played along, wiping it from my memory. There was no way of knowing how you felt about me, whether you were disgusted or if you reciprocated or you... I want to ask, but I was too afraid. I didn't want you to leave on a bad note. And since you pretended like it didn't happen, I continued to let what happened just be a mistake. That is until you kissed me. But it was already too late.
My own hands tightened around the swing chains like Hokuto's trying to calm my nerves after having just spilled my feelings out. There is a long pause before Hokuto takes a deep breath and spills her side of the story.
Fan, you should know exactly what my kiss meant.
Her dark stern eyes land on mine, seeking out my emotions.
That night when you tried to kiss me after we returned from the park, my heart was beating so fast that I'm surprised you couldn't hear it. I still distinctly remember our lips briefly touching and wanting more before you pulled away. It was at that moment I confirmed all the strange feelings I had whenever I was with you. Before that, I thought it was just me feeling grateful for you at first. But the more I spent time with you, the more I questioned myself. I was so confused, especially because I hadn't experienced love in so long. I constantly adapted myself, forcing myself to think that it's nothing.
She looks away, abashed and emotional.
But every time you came back from work, every time I hung out with you at home, I was giddy with excitement. It took me a while to realize that these feelings were those feelings I felt oh so long ago in middle school.
Oof.
And slowly I came to terms that I kept feeling those emotions because I fell in love with you. But it was so frustrating. It's been so long since I felt this way about someone, but I couldn't even act on it. That's why I pretended like it didn't happen, because I knew it wasn't going to happen. What with me being unable to date as an idol, and most importantly having to go back out into the spotlight. But it was all I could have done, to show you that I have feelings for you too, and let it out before I had to leave. I kissed you because I want to let you know how I felt and before we might never see each other again.
Hokuto's voice trembles, unsteady as she tries to hold back her sobs. Tears are steadily streaming down her cheeks. Every time she wipes it with her sleeve, they just keep coming back.
Even though you knew that we couldn't have been together, that's kind of cruel, you know, Dad.
It's true, it would have hurt less if she didn't let me know that day. Ignorance is bliss, as they say.
Yeah. But I guess it just wasn't meant to be, huh? But that's what you want to try! I want to give it a shot!
Yes! Let's go, Hokuto. She fiercely stands up and towers over me, looking at me with her tear-ridden face and furrowed brows. I'm speechless at her sudden courage and stare at her in shock.
Hey, she wants to try it out.
I stand up to her level and wonder if she's gone out of her mind.
Huh? You want to try secretly dating? Do you know how terribly risky that is? And if we do you know how hard it'd be on both you and me? You had to have thought of that. Not to mention you just got out of the scandal. Do you want to get into the other one?
Hokuto shrinks away from my harsh words and averts her gaze, clenching her jaws and fists. It's clear that she knows all the precautions, yet she's still willing to pitch the idea. Let's go. Jump into it, girl! I can't tell if she's idiotic or just plain reckless. I would say I'm reckless because it's my middle name. And I'm not going to feed into her recklessness. Come on, do it. Come on. You know you want to. I hold her arms and look her in the eye, showing that I'm not joking around.
Look, Hokuto. I don't want you to get hurt and go through all that you just went through again. We only know each other for a month. It's not that deep.
Minami, what are you doing?
You'll forget about me soon enough eventually.
Minami! Her eyes were still on the ground, but as soon as I finished my sentence, she stares me down with a furious look. Good.
You keep telling me to forget about you, but tell me how I'm supposed to do that, huh?
All of a sudden she grabs my shirt and started jostling me with rage.
Yes. I tried! I really tried! But you appear in my mind ever since the day I left, and I kept thinking about you everywhere I go. I thought that going back to my activities would get you out of my head and keep me busy, but everything reminds me of you. I hate it. I can't help but think of you no matter where I look. I like you a lot, and I really never thought I'd experience love again until you came into my life.
She pulls herself close, resting her head on my shoulder longingly.
So don't tell me to forget about you. Please, I don't want to lose you.
I'm left speechless after her heartfelt outburst, but no words are able to form from her mouth. Her words were full of pain, which in turn hurt me too, hearing how much she's been suffering because of me. She stays completely still while holding on to me, waiting for a response from me. I want to comfort her, but my brain is too disorganized to even try to find a decent reply in this tough situation. Dating in secret is not a good option. Dating outwardly is absolutely not an option. The only option is to go out our own separate ways. Stop!
I'm sorry. But please think this through some more. We can be together.
Minami!
There are just too many risks. I want to be with you too, but this is for you.
Minami!
We're from two different worlds. I don't belong in yours, nor you're mine.
And who decided that, huh?
Yeah. She pulls away and her teary eyes shine the dark moonlight. She looks exhausted and empty. Broken. As if she's got no more cry left in her. Her voice was hoarse and barely audible, yet it seemed to echo through the empty playground, where only the two of us exist. The question rings throughout my mind. Who did decide that? Yeah? Me, because it's what's best for her. Isn't it? It's the most logical thing to do. Logical doesn't mean the best. Sometimes. I'm doing this for her. Doesn't she understand? Ah, come on, girl. You're doing this because you are afraid.
I did. Because it's a fact.
We look eyes for a long man, full of unspoken words, knowing that saying anything more would only lead us in circles. Hokuto is the first to look away, dropping her arms and breaking the physical connection between us.
Then, should I go back to my old world? Is that what you want?
I swallow nervously, trying to say yes without sounding harsh or as if I actually want her to leave. Because deep down I don't want her to go. Just like on that day, I want to tell her to stay.
Do it.
Yeah, but just like that day, I hold back my words. Minami!
Hi.
My throat stops me from saying the words as the internal battle happening in my heart continues, causing my brain to short circuit. Good. Hokuto takes a step back and looks at me with a melancholic look. Although the step was a small one, it creates a distance so far that I can already feel her slipping away.
I'm sorry. Sorry for the inconvenience I've caused you. I'm sorry for being selfish. You're right. It really isn't a good idea that we get there, but I just can't bear to lose you.
The tears start rolling down again and she is shaking from holding back her cries.
I'll make sure not to call you. I'll make sure not to message you. That way I'll be on my way to forget you, just like what you want me to do.
Yeah. But it's exactly what I said I wanted her to do. But you don't mean that! But I had to hear her say it aloud, because it's not what I truly want, and she knows that.
Wait, Hoku.
I guess this is really a goodbye.
Without even waiting for what I had to say, not that I had anything I could say, Hokuto turns around and starts sprinting into the darkness.
Minami.
On instinct, I grab her arm, unsure of what I'd even do after holding her back.
Where are you going?
Her head turns around only halfway, but I can still hear and feel the impact of her cold words.
Back to my world.
God damn it, Minami! The words from her mouth sting me brutally, hearing it come from her. She delicately slips out of my hold and continues on her way, gradually getting further and further away from me. Was this really the right choice? Of course it wasn't! My brain is saying yes, but my heart is screaming no. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted, wasn't it?
No!
This is exactly the safest outcome for Hokuto. Ugh. I watch as her figure in the dark gets smaller and smaller, soon disappearing into a black car and out of my sight. And once more, like that morning, I find myself standing here, defeated and alone, uncertain of the emotions twisting within me. But it's over now, isn't it? It's over for real this time. God damn it, Minami! What have you done? Minami. After that night, we completely lost touch with each other. I tried keeping up with Hokuto and her group's activities, but the more I checked in on her, the more it reminded me of what happened. Eventually, I stopped following her group, as the feeling inside my chest felt worse and worse every time I saw her. With her completely gone, no messages, no memes, no performances, and no Constellation vlogs, the days pass slowly yet quickly, one by one, as each season gives way to the next. Summer quickly shifted into a chilly autumn, which then faded into a bleak winter. Oi, don't call winter bleak. Winter is the best part of the year. Before blossoming to a spring, only to return to the devastatingly scorching summer once more. Rinse and repeat. I myself have kept busy as I continued learning guitar seriously, eventually quitting the convenience store job for a sales associate position.
Nice.
At a guitar shop.
Nice. Nice.
I mean, it technically is still retail, but it's better. Unless... wait, no, actually no. She probably is not, like, literally in retail now. The pay isn't substantially better. Okay, she's in retail still. But at least it's something I'm interested in. Yeah, that's a better option. For I can't say I don't miss the free food from the soon-to-be expired section. Aww. At the convenience store and the short commute. But at least it's a lot more chill here, and I can continue learning more about guitars and learning how to play. It's a small shop, but it's quaint and made a name for itself among its regulars. I'm having way more fun working here than at the convenience store, for I can't say I don't miss the little rascal Sora. Who? Who's that? She was actually crying when she found out I was leaving. Who knew that haughty little devil had a sensitive side to her? Who's that? She couldn't have expected me to stay there forever, right? Over the course of 2 years, Hokuto had slowly turned to a far-off memory of mine, which I've shelved in a folder and tucked away in a mental cabinet that would now probably be covered in cobwebs if it were real. I don't consider it a bad memory, which is why I haven't thrown the folder away. It's been long enough to reminisce sometimes and smile back at it, remembering the good times. Who knew just a month or so time was able to impact me that hard? The spontaneous meeting started at a spark, but ultimately fizzled out, or did it? It was what it was, and it couldn't be helped. And although I would have wanted it to end differently, it's not something I regret. I highly doubt you don't regret that. You're lying to yourself. Hokuto and I may never cross paths again, but I will always cherish the memory of her. Even if we never get a chance to meet again. Don't you dare end the game on that note. Don't you dare.
Where did manager-san put it?
I moved the heavy boxes to try to look for the package that he said left in the bag. The customer that ordered it is picking it up today, but the manager forgot and now I have to pick up his slack for misplacing it.
Didn't he put this somewhere in the front? I swear I thought I saw it.
After looking around some more, I finally spot the tiny package that fell to the floor, hidden behind all the big boxes.
There you are, you little troublemaker.
I take a look at the name on the package as it catches my attention.
Tokuho. Ha, that's a rare name, if I've ever seen one. I better put this at the front counter before I forget.
As I start putting the big boxes back in their places, I hear the automatic doorbell ring, notifying that the customer has arrived. I dust off my hands on my apron and briskly walk back to the front of the store to greet them, making sure to bring the package with me. I take a look at my watch. It reads 3:05 PM and I find it a little curious. At this hour, it's usually empty since most people are either at work, yeah, or getting out of school, yeah. So it's rare for anyone to come in, especially to such a hole-in-the-wall shop like this.
Irashamase.
I turn the corner and greet the customer, but I stop in my tracks as my jaw drops as my eyes widen in disbelief, struck by the sight of the last person I ever expected to see. The girl standing in front of me has the same caramel colored hair, just like I remembered, but it's styled in a similar way, maybe a little shorter. She also has the same expression as I, astonished and frozen in place. We stared at each other for a moment, trying to register into our brains the person that we're looking at.
Minami-chan?
The moment I hear that voice, my body immediately relaxes and an uncontrollable wave of emotions covers over me, acting on its own.
Hokuto.
She walks up to me slowly, still not believing her eyes that it's me. I myself don't believe it's her either. I'm tempted to touch her to check if I'm dreaming or not.
Wow, you don't look any different than before.
Yeah, all sense of normalities fly out the window when I hear her cheekiness, and then me from 2 years ago naturally comes back and bickers with her.
Way to ruin the moment.
Her infectious giggle travels through my ears and a little bit of heat rises to my face.
Sorry, it just feels like time hasn't passed by at all seeing you again, especially since you look the same.
Yeah, I give an exaggerated unamused face, showing her that I don't find it funny.
It's not like you look that much different either.
But wow, I never thought I'd see you here.
I rub the back of my neck due to my nervous habit. Why am I nervous? Is it because I haven't seen her in so long? Did I forget how pretty she was? Or could it be that all the buried and suppressed feelings are resurfacing, erupting like a volcano?
Oh yeah, I quit the convenience store and started working here a little over half a year ago.
Oh, good for you. You did say that you picked up a guitar, right? Only makes sense that you're working here now. How's it going? You should play for me one day.
No way, I'm still not that good.
Nonsense, I'll be the judge of that.
To steer the spotlight away from me, I turned back to her, asking her about her life updates.
Anyway, what about you? What are you doing out here?
Can't a soloist walk around checking out the guitar shop?
Huh?
Yeah, but wait, what? A soloist? What?
When did she become a soloist?
What happened to Constellation?
Wow, have you not been keeping up with me? I'm so sad.
She bowed slightly, showing me her puppy yellow eyes like I took away her favorite candy.
Well, I was never one to follow idol groups anyway, and we drifted apart.
Haha, I know.
Her pout shifts into a bittersweet smile, indicating that she isn't offended and fully understands what transpired 2 years ago.
I graduated and decided to branch out to do my own thing. It's been a good 5 years after all. 5 years? What? It was a tough decision, I knew.
Wait. Or was she 5 years in that group? Whatever.
It was a tough decision and I knew it'd be a long and hard road, but I decided to take the leap of faith. My members were all really supportive as well, for of course sad. Lucky, a lot of my fans still support me despite me leaving, so I'm really grateful for that. It definitely feels less suffocating since my schedule is much more relaxed compared to before. It's only been 4 months since I've been a soloist, so maybe I haven't faced the hardships yet. But I'm already working on a new single, and I have decently high hopes.
Wow, so much has happened in her life in that span of 2 years, and I had absolutely no idea what was going on at all.
Wow, that's really exciting news. Happy for you.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I'm hopeful that this new direction will let me do more stuff and open more avenues.
That's good.
As the conversation dies off, a wave of awkward tension washes over us as we stand there, feeling uncomfortable and unable to find the right words, or rather overwhelmed by the many words we want to say.
Anywho, what can I help you with? Are you looking for a new guitar?
Oh, no. I'm here to pick up something I ordered.
Oh, ha. I don't recall seeing a package in the name Hokuto for. Let me go take a look.
No, I put it under a different one. Tokuho.
A light bulb appears above my head and I look down at the small box in my hands.
What's with you and rare names?
Shut it! I tried coming up with a fake name and just put my name backwards.
Almost.
And then I found out that Tokuho is an actual name that someone has. Kind of surprising. I think she's a Japanese dancer or something, but I digress.
I press the package to its rightful owner and our fingers brush against each other, sending a small jolt of electricity through me. She holds the package to her chest and stands still, eyes darting everywhere while the stillness of the guitar shop surrounds us. Maybe I should make a small talk, or ask her out to catch up one day, or... But would she even have the time? I know she said her schedule's more free, but she's still a celebrity. No, would she want to be in public? Does she even want to talk to me after I told her to forget about me? Is that too hypocritical and selfish? Oh, screw it all!
You go first. You go first.
We both chuckle at our synchronization, and that breaks the ice a little, but the awkwardness comes back full force.
You can go first.
I rub the back of my neck and look to the floor, sheepishly nervous to ask her.
Do you want to grab a coffee or something after my shift? That is only if you want. You're free to decline, of course, but I thought that since it's been so long, it'd be nice to catch up and chat. Oh, but you probably don't want to be in public, right? Then maybe we should find some place that's more private or something, or maybe just scratch that idea.
Hokuto bursts out laughing, interrupting my rambling and making me blush as I'd been going on and on and on. Her laugh comes to a stop and she gives me that warm smile that I never thought I'd see again.
Yes. I would love to.
I subconsciously take a breath of relief hearing her say yes, and all my nerves relax like I just finished an important interview.
There's a small cafe I visit often that my friend runs, so we don't have to worry about my cover. We can go there.
Sounds good. I'm off in about an hour. Is that okay with you?
My thumbs fidget as I struggle to continue the conversation, only to recall that I interrupted her before.
Oh, was there something to say that you... What?
I feel like there is a missing word here.
Oh, was there something you wanted to say earlier?
I mean, I was actually going to ask the same thing. I want to invite you out to catch up.
Great minds think alike, I guess.
But I missed you.
Hearing those words stand me in place. The feelings come rushing back, happy to hear that she had missed me just as much as I missed her, even though those feelings were buried deep down under. I said tell her my troubled thoughts and not hold back.
I missed you too.
Her fingers play with the hem of her sweater and she gets restless, looking all over the place again.
Okay, I'll come back in an hour then.
Hour.
Cool, nice, yeah.
Hokuto clumsily turns around and heads to the exit, and I resume my duties to try stopping my heart from beating so fast from both excitement and nervousness, but she halts before opening the door.
Hey!
She turns around, meeting my eyes with a gentle glance.
Do you think we can start all over again? From the very beginning?
My overworked brain doesn't compute.
From the beginning?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Like this.
Hokuto approaches me and extends her hand for a handshake, her lips curling to a soft, sweet smile.
Nice to meet you. I'm Hoshizura Hokuto.
As simple as that, huh? It flew right by my overthinking head. I can't help but smile back. It brings back to how we first met and how different it was compared to right now. We didn't even know each other's names from the moment we met. The first conversation we had was her telling me to find her. 2 years really have flown by just like that. It really does feel like starting from the beginning again, except formally this time. It will be different this time, and only time will tell where it will lead us. No, don't you dare, not tell me. And well, what's the worst that could happen? What's the best that could happen, for? I reach out and take her hand, giving it a firm shake as we exchange the handshake we've never had.
Nice to meet ya, Tsukimiya Minami.
Oh, don't tell me you will not reveal what's happening next. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Thank you for playing. Click N to show the afterword. Click your mouse wheel or H to hide the dialog box. Left click again. Oh crap, that's a lot. Alright, let's go. Hello, thank you again so much for playing through to the end of this little visual novel. I hope you enjoyed it. Yes, I tried to have more fun with this as I was worried about meeting expectations at the beginning. I thought this game would be longer than last year's, but this game is a little on the shorter side compared to the last year. Yeah, it's fine. I guess it became a pretty fast burn, but also still somewhat of a slow burn. Also, it's the first game where they technically don't dub together explicitly. I was debating if I want to use this open ending or not, but I thought it was the most realistic. I thought there was enough build up to warrant them dating.
Come on!
Or even if they did date secretly while Hokuto is still an idol, I feel like that would always lead to a breakup, cause taking his secrets never ends well. I wouldn't say that, but whatever. So even if the game ended with them dating, it wouldn't feel satisfying to me. Alright, fair enough. If it's not satisfying to you as an author, fair enough. Hence the time skip ending and finding each other again properly, and then up to the viewer's interpretation, but you heard it here first. They for sure end up dating.
Yes!
After getting to know each other again somehow or other, I coined that as canon.
Yes!
You heard it here first, folks. Fun fact time. All the characters with names have names related to the sky. Yeah, I realized that actually. Hoshizora Hokuto, Starry Sky, Big Dipper. That was actually explained. Tsukimiya Minami, Moon Palace and South Beauty. Sora, Yoko. First is Sky, the second is Sunside Child. I don't even remember Yoko being a name in the game, not gonna lie. Like Sora also came out of nowhere. Hokuto's stage name Polaris is not related, North Star, while Minami's South is related with the South kanji in her name. This year's game was inspired by a lot of things actually, from songs to teams to idol groups to the duality of certain idols, the list goes on. I think the whole story was kinda inspired by J. Cho's song Waiting for You, mainly the whole concept of being in two different worlds, maybe I don't belong in your world and so on. The contrast between sexy and baby of Hokuto was slightly inspired by Huasa from Mamamo. No clue who that is, I'm sorry. We love our little Hiegi. I have no clue who that is. I assume that's an idol of some sorts. I'm not into that stuff, so I wouldn't know. Hokuto being the younger sibling, plus being put into a leader role, was inspired by Solar from Mamamoo, the song that Hokuto sings while Minami was outside the lyrics to Juni's Promise, which I think encapsulates their feelings for each other and how they ended up meeting each other again, finding each other again. I think the lyrics really fit the ending of the game. I really want to make a cover of the song and put it as the ending theme, but alas, I was not able to get a sync license. I did right. The idol group Constellation was inspired by the 5, I know the name at least, where they have a more sexy, mature, older concept than, say, AKB48.
LOL!
Which was what I was gonna do at first, but I want to gap between Hokuto's baby side and her stage side to be more apparent. The singer Hokuto looked up to KOA is based off BOA, and okay. And that love song that Hokuto song at karaoke was Utada Hikaru's first love. Perhaps I'm showing my age. Not to me, but I wouldn't know what you mean by that. There are also a few notes to some other games. Hope you can spot them. I don't know, have I spotted? As always, once again, thank you so much for playing. I hope you enjoyed the game, and if you haven't already yet, please check out my previous games. I've played all of them. And if you love this one, don't forget to share and spread the word. Thank you again. I will. Words from the CEO. I feel like with every new game that releases, there is more and more that I have to say. Anywho, thank you again for reaching the end of this game. As with every game, I feel like this one's a little choppy, especially in the beginning, but well, I retried. What are you talking about? It's good. This year's game feels a little rushed, not gonna lie. Nah, I got consumed by web fishing, unfortunately. And then I had Montbellil's sole concern in Montreal. Struggled with writing and story, and as always, I've had my doubts about the plot and storyline. What's new? Things like, is it realistic enough? Yeah. Does this even make sense? Yes. Is it going way too fast? No? I think it's going way too fast. No. Not my words. Is there enough of build up to warrant them getting together? Yes. Yeah, a lot of second guessing myself. I'm in my insecure era, lol. That's my whole life. Hopefully get out of it, but I digress. I tried to have more fun with this, as I was worried about meeting expectations at the beginning. I still am in demand. I'm always worried that the next game has to be banger, or else I'll disappoint everyone. But I had to remind myself that even though there are a lot of people that look forward to my games, Lynx included, I'm making these games for fun because I'm passionate about making them, and I want to contribute to the Yuri community. Nice. For it's hard not to think about not meeting people's expectations when there are people that like my games and look forward to each year's game. Lynx. Or am I just projecting? I am. I'm looking to those games, looking forward always. But as I mentioned before, it's kind of funny how whenever you release, I'm in the middle of playing something lengthy. Yeah. Anyway, I constantly feel like I got to outdo last year's game every year. Also again, I managed to pump out 5 CGs in like 10-12 days. Nice, so that was wild. Nice. In bigger news, next year is the 10th anniversary of Team ANPIM. Dude, you've formed it 1 year after I've got into my YouTube activity. Can you believe it's already been 10 years? Yeah, it's nasty how fast that the time runs. I can't believe that at all. It feels like it just maybe 5, but no, it's been 10! Insane! Someone could have played my games at 16 years old, and they'd be now 26. I wish I was 26. Crazy. I got something biggish lined up to celebrate 10th anniversary of Team ANPIM, but I'm not gonna promise anything. Lemao! I also already have an idea for the next year's game, too. And I'm super excited to work on it next year, kind of. Please do. I'd like to try something different in the future too. I kind of want to revisit a short story I had written back in 2013 and make it into a VN. It will be a little darker, nice. But real talk, after the next year's 10th anniversary game, I think I've come to terms that I'm gonna slow down a little. I love making the VNs, but damn, they take up a lot of time and I've been wanting to focus on my art skills a little more. I haven't the time to sit and experiment and practice for the sake of practice due to so many personal projects such as this and others. And anime convention tabling prep every year. Oh, you are doing that? Nice. I've never been to a convention. I don't think they even hold like proper anime conventions in Poland, so yeah. I totally lost where I was. Oh. So I think it's a high time I went back to do that, you know, but it is what it is. I'd like to take it more slow and leisurely and probably just make on every other year or something. I've been creating VNs for 10 years. 10 years is a long time. I think it's a good time to pause, take a long break. Again, thank you for playing through this and until next time. Until next time. Well, what I'm happy about is the fact that our girls Minami and Hokuto are canon dating after all of that. Yeah! Woo! I'm so glad about that. One more look at the bonus doodle if you want. Thanks for playing. It's nice. That's a nice one. Also, I kinda like the fact that, you know, she's saying thank you for playing. So it's kinda a message for us to play the game. And also a message from Hokuto to Minami, who finally plays the guitar for her. I like that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright, that was a lovely game. Alright, I'm also running out of time. So don't expect a super high summary, not like my summaries make any sense to begin with, but the game was lovely. The game was lovely. And once again, we get to see that idol world is kinda messed up. At least when it comes to, no, you can't date anyone. Like, what are you even talking about? It's crazy to me. No, you're an idol. You're not allowed to date. Like, what is that? Ridiculous. I'm surprised that it's even allowed by law in general. Like, I mean, it's not like in your everyday 9-to-5 job, they can tell you, no, you are dating someone, you're fired. Not like they can do that. So, it's kinda crazy, but then again, it's a different world, I guess, right? Just like it was shown in this game here. I like this one. This one was good. This? No, not... I clicked next. We need to go back. Oh, this CG. I like this one a lot. Yeah, it's good. That shock in their faces and so on. And they went for the first kiss. Or should I say Minami went for it. And then Hokuto went for it. Good. Team ANPIM. Always delivering a good Yuri game. What can I say? That's basically the summary over here. One day I'll write a summary under the game as well. I promise. Listen, I've gotten into like writing reviews actually right now, so I'm trying to pump at least one review a day. And well, maybe you've seen, maybe you haven't, but I played a lot of games, so I have a lot of work to do with that. Yeah. But yeah, I will write eventually when I get to it. I will quickly skim through my videos and then write something. Yeah, that's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be. But this was lovely. This was lovely. Both girls absolutely fantastic. And dude, I mean, I'm so glad that it's canon they are together. Yeah. It might have not been shown, but hey, it's been told. So I'm good. I'm good. It's all I needed to have a great day now. Yeah. Anywho, as I said, wonderful game. There is no reason for you to like doubt yourself when you are making those games as well. That's very important, I would say. Yeah. With that being said, we'll cut it because I actually need to like literally run out right now. Link to the game in the description, of course. You'll get to each that EO and, you know, play the game yourself or give it a super high rating from me at least. Obviously. Let's do a 5-star as per usual for Team ANPIM, and here we go. Right now it raised from 14 to 15 5 stars. You have 15 5 stars by the way right now. Nasty. Keep it up. But yeah. Also aside from that, you know, you can go to the profile of Team ANPIM and play 3, 6, 8 other games, because there are 8 other games there. Yeah, they're all super good. They are super good. And that's about it. That's about it. Anywho, if you enjoyed, consider liking the video, subscribe and so on. If you're new around, always appreciate it. And go play Team ANPIM games. Once again, I'm gonna repeat that. And have a wonderful day. Hopefully I'll see you in the next game, which I think I have yet to choose. Yeah, I'm out. Bye-bye.